Good morning, everyone, on this nice, fine, fall, crisp day. The pods has now been emptied, and the gentleman is coming to pick it up and to put it to the use of someone else. So far, I have to say that Pods has done an incredible job. I've been very, very happy with them. I did have a couple of close friends who used them, and they didn't say the same. They thought that they were unresponsive, and their experience was not what mine was. Mine has been very positive. So here is the truck. This is very interesting machinery. Whoever came up with this was very smart. Just the way that you can fit it all in around there efficiently. And look at how he can maneuver it. That car is in our way. But he's okay. He's just walking it along. And he's moving it. He's making it go where it needs to go. Nice and patiently. So this gentleman is the same gentleman who dropped it off. And he's kindly agreed to become famous on my YouTube channel. Which is funny. Anyhow, notice how, you can see where they came up with the ideas to have huge, humongous skeletons in movies, and to maneuver them, because you can. Hydraulically, and with a little bit of programming, you can get this stuff so that it just works exactly how you want it to. So he's off by an inch, he's just adjusting it. And now it's going to fit in pretty snugly. He got it. It's exciting. Nice and smoothly. It's not particularly loud, it's a little bit, but not that much. So now he's gonna land all the 4 feet and get it straightened out. There are a few steps to it, but pretty good. What? As we're waiting here, I really feel I should tell a story of this pod, or at least a little bit of what happened to me. I was expecting for this to be here for a couple of months because I wanted to find a house first and then move it. It didn't make sense to me to empty it into my daughter's home and then remove it. But that's exactly what's happening. And economically it's smart because the pod costs, I don't know, somewhere around I think it's $100 Canadian, American, for renting it each month. And then I needed to get a city permit, and the permit is just a piece of paper that is in the window. You can see it there. Okay, so that needs to be displayed. Otherwise, you get fined for having anything like this on the street. And on top of it, they needed barriers to let people know that you're coming out across something that's a little bit bigger than a car. Be careful. And they cost $100 a month, so it was a little bit over $300 a month. I didn't think it was unreasonable. I was okay with it. And I had gone up to the Social Security office to get my Medicare Part B, and the woman who was dealing with me absolutely floored me, because she stated that I needed my passport, which I had. I needed my what else did I need? my social security number, which I did not have because it was in the pod, and my citizenship, which I did not have, because my citizenship certificate, because it was in the pod. But so she issued a new social security number card, and that took a couple weeks. I couldn't understand why she wanted the certificate of citizenship. I thought that was ridiculous because I already had my passport and you wouldn't get one of those if you weren't a citizen. So she just kept saying something about she still need it, she needs to check the date, and I had to explain that, oh, I remember the date because it was on July 4th and Clinton was president. You know, I remember exactly when it was. And she said, no, we need to see the certificate. And I was like, why? And she's like, because we need Homeland Security to authenticate it. And I thought to myself, oh my God, okay, it's in my pod somewhere, but really? You know, because with the Social Security card, she just issued me to it. I started going through this pod, and I started emptying things that I did not want to empty. And I was really unhappy with this lady, and I was thinking about all the negative things we say about bureaucrats and how in this case they were deserved, etc., etc. I got halfway through the stupid pod, emptying it into the garage of my daughter. It didn't make sense to put things back in, and found it. So here I am, triumphantly going into the office again with my certificate of citizenship. I got a different bureaucrat in the office, and when I told her that I had brought this in, she just looked at me dumbfounded. She said, well, why would you do that? And I said, because this lady over here told me to. And she looks at me, I'm not responsible for what that lady does. And I was like, oh my God, no, don't tell me this. You know? And she's like, why would we ask for that? We don't need that. You've got your passport. I was like, oh, I'm going to shoot myself. I was so angry. I was quite angry until I was halfway, you know, and then this particular bureaucrat told me different things than the other bureaucrat as to when I'm eligible. And I thought I was going to be eligible right away because I was returning to the country. But no, that's what the other one said, the one that wanted the certificate. But this new one said, no, you have to wait till July of next year. I'm like, what? At the very earliest, February of next year. And I'm like, oh my God, this is going to cost me a freaking fortune. That grandbaby's causing me problems. But anyhow, halfway home, it occurred to me that I needed to maybe say thank you to that lady that frustrated the heck out of me to make me find that certificate. Because now, this pod is available to help someone on. Someone who probably needs it. And not that they have a shortage of pods, but it can move on. And I can return the barriers and they can be put to use for someone else. And I don't need to renew the certificate. So I am going to be saving over $300 a month. The silver lining. That's what it's about, the silver lining. So the story of unloading this pod is that it went very efficiently. As you can see, they do a really good job. But when negative things happen to us, we have to look for the silver lining. And just, we'll find them. And over 300 bucks a month is not a bad silver lining. As well as the fact that it's behind me. Now that the pod...
All set. Any questions?
Just thank you.
No problem. Have a great day.
You too. Just that, you know, the pod will be gone now, and this part of my landing in America will be behind me, which is also a big thing, because when you first come to a new country, you're so disoriented, and it helps to be moving along. So I think that this is a very worthwhile experience sharing, and I would recommend pods. I think pods do really well. I'm going to be putting a full video together of the pods from the beginning to the end as a review. But this is simply for my Sub2 community, talking a little bit about silver linings and things that come off as negative at first. Goodbye, pod. And now to start a great day.